Hello, gods, eagles, eyes, chosen ones. This is Paula, the Paula Cooks theory on living with bipolar. I'm living with bipolar 2 disorder, and will um, I talk about grieving and menopause and midlife crisis. For those of the ones just coming forth on this channel. It wasn't a mistake for you to come by. Thank you. And please, I had to put my shades on because in my apartment, my senior living, which I am in Carrollton, Georgia, an hour away from Atlanta, and it's after 4 o'clock, and it's the 15th. Was this Tuesday, October 2024? I let my windows up for it to get some air in, and I deal with allergies and sinus, and it just got in my eyes. I still got the windows up, so my eyes are a little red, you know. So I don't smoke or drink, but it's a little red from allergies and stuff. Ooh, I had to put some water and stuff in it because it's itchy, like. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you long. Um, because I got things I did a thank you for coming to my channel and everything, and I pray that God be with you all day and keep you safe. But I want to talk about how God took me off that 9 to 5 job, and it was 2 years ago, 2022. It was during the year my mother died. Okay. And my mother died. Let me see, was that February the 18th, 2022? Yeah. I when I was able to, I had been waiting for my voucher, Section 8. I was waiting for that for 2 years, and I was homeless, living in and out my truck for 3 years, and working part time at times. And then my mentor, like I've said before, my um, other uh, videos. I spend my whole part-time check to be in a hotel, and if I can't pay the next week, he'll pay for it, and then I stay in my truck, you know. So I end up getting this other job, and it had all these different crazy hours, and but I really got tired of of it because of well, it was dealing with mental health. You do have to take a break at times. And the peers, I mean, I really love the peers because I still stay in touch with them. But there were some peers that was really, was up there. They was really, really out of order, and it was stressing me. And for us to work there in Atlanta, Decatur, for us to work there, you have to be diagnosed and go and be in a, I already have a recovery story. So my recovery story is suicidal and homelessness. So when I was working that and I was renting a room through the pad split, I like I said, I just, still waiting on my voucher. And then I was living 3 years off and on in my truck, so I was able to get the rental, the room for rent in Lithonia, and I was like 20 minutes away from a job, and so I helped this guy kind of run this center, and it helps like peers. We all peers, the ones that been in the mental institution. When they do good there, then they can come to the center and get on the computer and socialize and go get them something to eat and look at TV, and we do 101. as peer specialists, we'll talk with them to see what's going on one on one, and then we do groups. We just do we didn't they don't want us to call it groups, but activities anywhere from 2 people to 6, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that, but the staff, we would trigger each other. They we had a lot of new people. I was training people. Then we had a bathroom. See, it was in a house, so it could make you feel like you're at home. And it was a beautiful big home, But the man used to rent it out to people come in from the corporate of Coca-Cola corporate, and that's where they would stay. And so now the organization of the network dealing with the Georgia behavior, um, it's a project. It's called the something network. I forgot, it's been 2 years ago. But anyway, we worked with the people, people of homelessness, which I can relate. We dealt with mental illness, all of that. And so the thing that really got me was nobody wanted to stay to work because they didn't want nobody to change the rule. We'll have directors coming in and want to do something new and make things move smoothly, but it was just a whole lot of mess. Some of the supervisors would talk to you nasty, and then when they you then in the center, because we had different centers. They had a bathroom upstairs because they can also have a time that they can do 7 days. Just take off. We had a respite where you could stay 7 days and just relax from life, and they get you groceries and for $70 worth of groceries and stuff like that. It was very nice setup. And but when they used that bathroom down there and stuff, we had to clean up behind them. It was a mess. And we would let them know, if y'all mess up, you got to clean up. And I got so sick of that. That really did do something to me. Little stuff like that. And then one time, the new director, we was working along, and we was training him, showing him some stuff. And then it turned out to be only me training, kind of, here and there, everybody. And he had the nerve twice. He snapped on me, you know and one of the peers remind me of that. And I said, you know what? I forgot about that. You know, and we were just talking about, was it a good idea? In a sense, it could be a good idea to work with peers that people have already been through what they've been through, and share their recovery story. But even the staff were triggering each other. It was a job where I really don't even remember never being, where when you got to take off, when you need to take off, you got to check with the other staff members to see could they work your place and all that kind of stuff. And I said, Lord have mercy, that like to drove me crazy. I said, ain't no way. It's like you ruling me or something. I'm so used to calling in. Look, if something happened or if I don't feel well, I call in. Uh, plenty hours in ahead of time, and then, or if you got to take off, you let them know what, a week ahead of time. But that part about, if you can't make it in that same day, you might be sick and wake up be sick, or you get sick on the job, you couldn't leave. And if the next person don't come in, you got to relieve each other. Now, a lot of jobs, nurses, that does happen with security jobs. I understand that. A lot of people working different things that they like security, CNAs, mental health. So you got to go by that. So anyway, when I kept calling and came through with my voucher, um, I went and received it in Carrollton, Georgia, And I asked him, I said, you have so many like a month or two, you know, to find something. And so I said, well, I'm really interested in senior living, 55 and ups, because I'm 58. So I'm looking for something senior living, independent. That's what my mom lived in over 20 years, and I really like the setup. I love it. And they say, yeah, it's one right around the corner. So it was just 10 minutes from the housing. So, like I said, I went and the lady said, we don't have none right now, but just keep checking. I said, okay. So I kept checking every week. So I got something. So it happened quickly, of course, within 2 weeks. And so I would drive, what would I drive? An hour there to Lithonia and an hour back, which is back and forth to Carrollton. Then and also my truck was already acting up. I had it for 8 years and it's already, paid for and stuff. But I still had work to do to the truck, but I was taking a chance. So I went on and I kept going back and forth an hour there to work in Lithonia and an hour back to Carrollton, Georgia. And I know that's nothing for anybody. A lot of time people used to driving an hour and stuff, but Atlanta indicate all of them is growing, born and raised from Atlanta. So, I've seen it all. And so I said, shoot. I said, I'm not up for this hour driving all the time, because I have arthritis in my spine. But anyway, I kept driving back and forth there, and we just came to a conclusion. I said, "Well, I'm giving my 2 weeks notice because it was some things that had to be done on the job, and I couldn't do it because of my back and stuff. So of course I couldn't work there anymore anyway. So I was really happy when I put that 2 weeks in, and I never really put a 2 weeks in a job before all my life. I've been working since I was 16, never did a 2 weeks, because you get fed up with them jobs, like my city job, that's going to be another video. I walked off that job. That I was sick of that job. So that would be another video. I would talk about that. And so when that week, those 2 weeks came up, and I was there at work, and everything was smooth. We had a little lunch, little thing going away, and after that, the one that fussed at me twice, God don't like ugly. He ended up getting fired anyway of some stuff he did, but anyway, I said, well, Lord, I don't have a job. It was going by my income since I had to vouch. So since I wasn't working, then the housing, it pays the vouch. And it also give you, like if my light bill is 70, they'll give you part of it, like 40. Then I have to get the other up. Now that's the only problem. That's the problem that I have because I have zero income now. So I had to come out that 9 to 5 job, whatever hours it was. I had a peace of mind because I wasn't dealing with those peers where they were really out of order at times, and they would come in and and don't respect you, and because of their mental illness, it's just different. Schizophrenic, if they don't take their medicine, that's what we was dealing with. But I enjoyed because, like I said, I just found out when I was 50. Um, I was diagnosed with bipolar 2 disorder, and I've had depression and stuff all my life because my father died when I was 5, and then I had death all while I was growing up. Granted, lost my grandparents I grew up with. Then now my mom died 2 years ago of dementia, so I had to deal with that. I was taking care of her and blah blah blah. But I wasn't working then. But when I did get that part time job and working with that in Lithonia, I was like, oh my God, how much longer can I deal with this? So I was glad, but it's going on 2 years next month that I've been off that job, off that job. But the next year that I did, I was off the job. I just mainly took care of the peers. I mentor peers, and I enjoyed it. And I wasn't making no money. I was just on the phone, making sure that they were focused and everything, staying in place what they doing. Advocate. I was advocating. I'm a mentor and an advocate for mental health. I got so much fulfillment after I came off that job. It did it for a whole year. No income, no income, but it's a blessing still. I have my children that helps out. I got my mentors that help me out with the lights, part of the light bill, and then I got the my medicine. I got to pay for it because I'm still waiting on my disability, so everything can kick in to pay for everything. But now it's by pocket, so I got to make sure, I got to, ask my children and my mentors to help me. But I have peace of mind. I can do what I can do, what Lord got me to do. And God said, trust me, I got you. So it's going on 2 years after I got off that 9 to 5 job. I am in my purpose. I am reading the Bible like a novel from the beginning to the end. And so I had about 2 or 3 YouTubes that I had back in the day, back in 2010 or 11 or something like that with my ex-husband. And we was married for 10 years and divorced since 2014. I was just getting on the YouTube and we were just doing stuff because we was in radio, gospel radio. He's one of the top producers. I met him. We dated for 2 months. We were married for 10 years. But I take full accountability. He was a good man and everything. I married my girl's father. I've been married twice, divorced twice. They good men, but I take full accountability because I was dealing with depression and everything, and I was just going through it. And I would be triggered. I would snap on everybody. I have an episode. I didn't know what was going on with me. My mom was just like, Paula, you need to go get some help. Something going on. So anyway, make a long story short, all of that. So he left me, and because of my mental illness, we didn't know what it was. So he got married like 2 months after our divorce. But anyway, it was I wasn't working. I was a housewife. We were just living off his income at the time. So I was mainly trying to get the radio thing off the air where you would do radio on internet. At the time it wasn't podcast. It was Blog Talk Radio, and I was at WAC, the gospel, and WYZE for a minute with my program. And I was in a deep depression because I couldn't raise my children. My children was living back with their father and everything. So that's another video. Just check out my videos. And please, this help you, please comment. Please comment if you're trying to get off your 9 to 5. Subscribe, like, so somebody else can be blessed with it. Share, and hit the bell for the notification every time I upload. I really appreciate you all for your support. So I know this is not for everybody because everybody's not meant to come off their 9 to 5, and that's okay. We need you all because I still go to the store, shop for my groceries. It gives me an outing. I still like to go and get my clothes. I go to Goodwill or something like that. I find some real nice clothes, for me and stuff. And but yeah, I'm so glad to be off of it, even though I'm still waiting on disability or what have you. But right now, I am full time. God told me, He told me that I will be going and speaking to different groups and doing 1-on-1 with the spiritual awakening. And so he told me as I prayed and meditate that the sketches that I used to help me through the day as a lifetime change, he said, I want you to publish them while you had the income at the time, which was 6 or 7 years ago, to publish uh, these books, you know, to help somebody. And I was just doing it for therapy, but he said, do it to help someone. And I was like, okay. So I started back, it's going on 2 weeks, I think. I've been doing, I've been doing full-time videos, 2 and 3 videos a day, 7 days a week. And I know you put so many shorts on. If you do the 50 uh, little shorts, that will put you up to a certain amount. And then you do your full time and your full videos like this one over 10 minutes. Then if it's watch time, then you get your views up. It's all about the views, okay? And then if you do the pin thing where you be talking to people in the comments, you got to show verification so you can do that so they make sure it's you. Okay. And I understand they pay you every once a month by the 21st. So far, I got 5,000 views and 19 subscribers. I appreciate you all, the support. So um, my other YouTube, which has got what I got on at 2009 or 10 with my ex-husband, I explain in the description, and also check the summary and descriptions. That I said that we got a divorce. I'm back, so I'm taking over the old YouTube that I had on YouTube for a long time. You'll see all the old videos of me and him, he and I, and everything. And so, um, that's going to be the spiritual awakening, where I will show you my different computer art and my different computers, I mean, my sketches that I do, and how I do spiritual awakening with you. It's a lifetime change. We're in this together. So, you all, I've been out my job for 2 years, from the 9 to 5. And then I started working a lot of part time, but I haven't worked. I don't have income. So I got mentors and people to help. And I had one of the mentors, get more than one mentor. A mentor need a mentor. I am a mentor and an advocate. One of my mentors this year took me out of the country. That was my first time. I got a passport, but that was my first time using it. And I got to renew it in 2 years. So she paid for everything. It was such a blessing for her to come in my life at that time of season. I've known her for 20 years. We met doing a transition timing. She was coming from Detroit, and I was going through a divorce and went through a lot. When my son, I got us all my children is grown. My son is 37, and at the time he was 14. Me and him just wasn't getting along, and then I got a 29-year old and my 23-year old, and I got 3 grands for my son. And they're finishing school and college, just getting themselves together. And I'm so grateful when we do Bible study together and stuff. But we had our moments as well, family wise, parent, children wise. So now they know that I live with um, bipolar too. And that's what this uh channel is about. Mental illness is real. It's no more sweeping up under the rug no more. We're in this together. Okay. So I wish y'all well. Get research. Look at the others that says they've been there for a while. Learn from them. We support each other. Thank you for coming by. So you can make it. I'm so happy. I don't ever want to go to never another other job in my life. Just work on the purpose and the vision and the dreams that I want to do, and that God have me to do. And when, like I said again, I asked God, how in the world I'm gonna travel around and I don't have no money to talk to these people about mental health and my recovery story? And He said, you've been looking on YouTube all day, every day. I love YouTube. I don't even own a TV. I ain't been looking at the news in 3 years because it triggers me. I'm on meds. I just took my meds. He said YouTube. I said, what? YouTube. I said, okay. And I've been on it for 2 weeks. Well, since the end of, what is this? October? Since the end of September. And so I'm trying to make it up to them views. Some people make up the views 30,000 views. But don't worry about the views. I enjoy what I'm talking about, what I do to help people, to motivate people, to be a mentor, to be an advocate of mental health. And I love it I love to talk about my experience. That's what the Paula Cook theory is about. It's talking about through my experience, through observing my peers. We're all peers, and resources of in Atlanta or whatever, where to get like I get I network real good with the managers and advocate for people that want to be in 55 and up, and just different places, So this is where I'm at, and I'm so grateful. And you can do it too. Especially if you're 50 and over, and you retired and disability and at home, and anybody else they can do a part time. Some people post once a week or once a day or once a month, whatever is for you, But you got to be consistent, showing that you're doing it. So, like I said, like with my other YouTube, all thing I did was got on there a couple of times and blah, 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 and left it alone because, I was doing other projects and stuff. But now I am here, Lord's willing, however long He wants me to be on here, and to also make money. So, and if, you want to bless this this I have a movement called Watch My Smoke movement on mental health. So if you want to bless this channel and everything, and on the other channel I will put the link on, you're so welcome and appreciative. And I thank you so much for tuning in. And Jesus, remember, Jesus loved you, and you're God's eagle eyes. That means you got a goal to reach. And when it's time to reach it, which is soon, God is going to bring you. It's already yours. It's already yours. God, eagle eyes, it's already yours. Chosen ones, the black sheep of the family, whatever. You didn't fit in, just like me. You're God's eagle eyes. Many was called, but a few were chosen. Remember, Jesus loved you, and so do I.